Algoma Public Health is warning anyone who uses street drugs to take extra precautions because of a rise in suspected opioid poisonings. APH is also asking all members of the community to continue their support for residents at risk of opioid poisonings and their loved ones. Epidemiologist at Algoma Public Health, Jordan Robson, said that they consider an alert to be triggered when they see counts above a certain limit that is calculated based on the previous 12 weeks of data. He said that for the week of April 29th to May 5th, there were more than 17 suspected opioid poisoning visits to emerge, more than 8 confirmed opioid poisoning visits, and more than 7 opioid poisoning related EMS calls. Street drugs can be mixed with dangerous substances like fentanyl that can cause an opioid poisoning. You may not be able to taste, smell, or see it. An opioid poisoning occurs when a person uses more of a substance or a combination of substances than their body can actually handle. Opioid poisonings can be fatal. Public health nurse Allison McFarlane says that anyone who uses drugs should carry naloxone and make sure they always have someone with them when they use. The Government of Ontario is encouraging people across the province to take precautions when spending some time outside to prevent tick bites and Lyme disease. Lyme disease is a serious infection that comes from being bitten by an infected black-legged tick. You can find an infected tick almost anywhere in the province, which is why the government is reminding Ontarians to protect themselves against tick bites ahead of this May-long weekend. To help avoid ticks, wear light-colored long-sleeved shirts, closed-toed shoes, and long pants tucked into your socks. Use an insect repellent with DEET or Icaridin in it, and check yourself, your children, and your pets after being outdoors and remove any ticks promptly. If you do find a tick, remove it carefully though with fine-tipped tweezers, because crushing or damaging the tick could cause Lyme disease bacteria to pass from the tick into your bloodstream. Clean the area with soap and water once you have removed the tick, and then get to the health care as soon as you can. With motorcyclists, off-roaders, and boaters expected in large numbers this long weekend, the OPP wants to remind you about behaviors and contributing factors that are common in deaths across all 3 of these seasonal recreational drivers. Driving too fast for the conditions, excessive speed, and alcohol impairment were the top contributing factors in last year's 36 motorcycle deaths. 7 of the deceased motorcyclists were not wearing a helmet. More than half of last year's 19 deceased off-road vehicle drivers were also not wearing a helmet. Alcohol and/or drugs were involved in at least 8 of the fatalities. Losing control and driving too fast for the conditions were the top driver actions reported in those deaths. On the water, 22 of the 24 people who died in last year's boating, paddling incidents were not wearing a life jacket. Falling overboard or capsized vessels were the primary causes in the deaths. Life jacket use may have actually reduced the number of boating deaths significantly. Alcohol and/or drugs were involved in at least 8 of those fatalities. The inaugural Strive Young Professionals Showcase took place last night at Algoma's Water Tower Inn, highlighting the work of young people in business. On TV dropped in and spoke with Chair Ashley Gerard.
So Strive is a local group a local group that really works to provide professional development and advocacy opportunities for the under 40 workforce in Sault Ste. Marie. We have local restaurateurs, we have construction companies, lawyers, real estate agents, we have a number of resources as well. So we were able to bring in Sault Community Career Center, Yes You Can, the CDC, and we also have some feature speakers this evening, some local leader features, so we're really looking forward to that. We have a number of perks associated, so because we are a part of the Chamber of Commerce, all of the Strive Young Professional Group members actually get all of the benefits of becoming a Chamber member without the membership fee. that the chamber charges. So it's a really nice way to kind of familiarize yourself, if you are a young professional, if you are a small business owner, with the benefits of joining the chamber maybe down the road. You can just join Strive. So you can go online onto our Facebook page or our website, striveypg.com, or at striveypg on all of our social media. And all you have to do is sign up. It's $40 for the year, which is fairly reasonable, and you'll get discounted rates on all of our events, as well as opportunities, like I said, to just create connections within the community. Tonight's event is to really feature the great things that our local young professionals are doing in Sault Ste. Marie. They're sometimes unrecognized, and we're really wanting to work to create a stronger, bigger platform for them to showcase what they're doing.
Well, I just always really loved coffee and wanted there to be a coffee place in Sault Ste. Marie that was just trying out some different things and getting creative and having fun with food and fun with coffee. And we had some really great kind of cafes, local indie ones downtown. I thought Uptown could use something, so I decided to explore a space near the Golden Dragon in the Value Village Plaza, and we're almost at 1 year. Tonight I have a booth set up, so I'm just kind of looking at different kind of advertising avenues rather than solely traditional. You know, young entrepreneurs are doing a lot of social media these days, and you look for events like this where you can be the one to actually explain your product and network with people and let them know where you are and what kind of things you have on the horizon, and just celebrate that there are a lot of young people doing amazing things in the Soo, and we should be celebrating them for sure. It's really a good group of people, a great mix of people that know the answers to the questions that you have about different kinds of things, and they're all just young, and there's this culture of support and collaboration among young business owners in the Soo. And it's, kind of moving away from the competitiveness, and people are just looking for opportunities to grow the Soo together, and I think that's really cool, and all these people here tonight represent that.